Yeah. Siege. Riley. Taz. Yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake?
Welcome to my advanced flicks tutorial. I'll be going over the basics of a flick, and I'll also be explaining more advanced ways of flicking the ball. I'd recommend being around gold 1 to begin practicing flicks, and I'd recommend being around gold 3 to start doing some more advanced flicks, such as delayed flicks. But really, it's all about your mechanical ability. As you can see in the bottom left, I have a controller display. I'll quickly show my keybinds so that you know exactly what the buttons do. The first part of the video, I'll be going over the basics of a flick for beginners. However, I'll leave an annotation in the top right, so you can skip ahead to the more advanced part if you already know the basics. Starting off with the basics of a flick. There are 3 main basic flicks: the front flip flick, the side flip flick, and the back flip flick. I decided to break down the tutorial into steps. This way it's easier to learn. Most important step is positioning. If the ball is too far behind your car, your flick will not have any power. If the ball is too much in the middle of your car, your flick might not even connect. Perfect positioning for the ball is slightly on the front of the car. Step 2 is the flick, angle, and direction. Step 3 is timing and power. The last 2 steps are quite easy and they come naturally with practice. However, the first step is quite important to practice on its own. The most basic flick is the simple front flip. To perform this flick, simply position the ball slightly in front of your car and do a front flip. This flick is the easiest to perform, but also the easiest to defend, since it's really predictable. The second flick is the sideways flip. To perform this, simply apply the same basic positioning, but right before you flick, turn slightly to the left or to the right, depending on which way you flip. If you're flipping to the right, turn slightly to the left. If you're flipping to the left, turn slightly to the right. This flick is almost as simple as the front flick, but is harder to defend due to it being a little less predictable. The last flick is the back flip. This is used a lot less than the other 2, but is very useful if you're low on boost. Simply do a backflip as high as you can so you have time to go get boost. That's it for the basics. Now moving on to the advanced part of the tutorial. We'll be starting off with how to do a 90 degree and 180 degree flick. After that, I'll show you how to do a flick delay. For this part, you need to be consistent at carrying the ball at all speeds. I'd say you need to be at least diamond 1 for these to be viable. A 90 degree flick applies the same positioning as every other flick, but instead of just flicking straight away, you first rotate your car to the left or to the right 90 degrees. At this point, you want to do a backflip. The 90 degree flick is very similar to the 45 degree flick, where you rotate 45 degrees, then do a diagonal backflip. You can also do a diagonal backflip on the 90 degree flick. Make sure you flick to the opposite side of which you rotated. If I turn 90 degrees to the left, then I do a diagonal backflip to the bottom right corner. If I turn 90 degrees to the right, I do a diagonal backflip to the bottom left corner. If you're struggling with this, a good way to practice is simply doing the flick without the ball. You can also practice straightening out after the flick for a quick recovery. A 180 degree flick is exactly the same as a 90 degree flick, you're just doubling the rotation. When going for delayed flicks, it is vital that you keep the ball on the front of the car. This way, when you jump, the ball stays nice and close to the car so you can flick whenever. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want a reward, go back and count the amount of times I said flip or flick. First person who gets it right, I'll be giving away an orange werewolf. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for future tutorials. If you have any suggestions for tutorials, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
please like and subscribe. Thank you.